Two of the major pieces of data that you will need as an information desk staff is kept on a SharePoint site. That URL, or this site right here, is ptouch to access that site. I encourage you to bookmark that site since you'll need to access this multiple times per shift. The first time you access the site, copy the URL from the ptouch monitor. You'll actually have to type in this website right here. Type that site in below. You'll have to log in using your wcupa.edu login. Once that's in, you'll have access to the laptop log and the key list. At the end of your shift, before shutting down the computer, it is essential that you save and log out of both logs. Failure to do so can and has resulted in important loss of information data. What that looks like is, I'll show you when I open the key list. Here, you're actually going to open this in Excel. You're going to click OK. And here is where you can enter your username and password. As this loads, I'll talk a little bit about the key list signouts. The Sykes Information Desk gives out keys for all offices in the student organization complex on the second floor of Sykes. Sometimes a student will come to the desk to sign out a key only to find out it's already in use by another member of their organization. So before you go through the steps that I'm about to outline, it's helpful to ask what key they're looking for and check the drawer and sign out list to see if it's there or not. If the key is there, use this online Excel sheet found in the above log site to check the approved list from a student's ID. So here, all of these keys are separated by the key number. Sometimes there will be two organizations on one key number. An example would be key number 11 has both College Democrats and the Psychology Club here. You want to take the student's ID number or ID and check it against each of these names on here. If a student is not listed on this Excel document, you may not give them a key. To be added to that document in the beginning of the semester, there is a form on the organization president that the organization president must fill out and give to Ann Callahan in the back office. To be added or removed from a key list mid-semester, the president may email Ann Callahan and copy their advisor with additions or deletions. Info staff is not permitted to make any changes to the key list. That is why you will only see a read-only file. When you give the student a key, keep it next to you in the drawer. The key is kept next to you in the drawer. You must also take their ID. The ID is returned when the key is brought back. At the end of the night, all keys should be back, and there should be no IDs left at the desk. So when you are leaving your shift, what you're going to do is you can't save anything on the key list document, so you're just going to X out. Now we're going to talk about the laptop log. The laptop log is a document that you can edit. If a student is borrowing a laptop for the first time, give them a laptop agreement contract. These contracts are found in the drawer with the key signouts. Explain that if a laptop is damaged, stolen, or broken, it will be their responsibility while it is signed out in their name. Encourage students to read the contract. Students must present a WCU ID and driver's license or any other secondary form of ID on that initial contract, and you want to check all information at the bottom and sign under witness signature. Enter their info on the contract tab of the log. Here's the contract tab of the log. Once a student has a contract on file, take their WCU ID, complete the laptop log entry, and save. And this is where you're going to open this in Excel and do so. And when the laptop is returned, remember to type the time in. This is on the Sign Out tab. It's important because laptops should only be out for 3 hours. At the beginning and the ending of your shift, verify the number of laptops in the cabinet and the number loaned out to make sure that they match. Do the same for the meeting room computers just before closing. The meeting room computers will never get signed out to students. The logs will show the last time any laptop was signed out. And I'm going to remind you again, remember, before you log out of your computer for the next information desk staff member to take your spot, it is essential that you take your time to save and log out of the laptop log properly. Just switching users on the computer is not enough. It will result in logs being missed. Sponsored by the Off-Campus and Commuter Association, the Residence Hall Association, and the Graduate Student Association, there is actually a free lawyer available to students on campus. This appointment, the lawyer comes every other Friday from 1:30 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. To sign up for this free legal consultation, you may do so on MyWCU. This lawyer is available only to students, but you'll see under WCU announcements, free legal service will always be available. You're able to see the times they're available and then actually make that appointment. This consultation is free and may also be on any number of issues, from roommate issues to landlord issues to any legal situation that you may need consultation on. So we encourage you to take advantage of that. Sykes serves as a main reservation hub on campus. We confirm and reserve all spaces for Sykes Student Union. The main reservation site that the whole university uses is a site called 25 Live. Students will come to the desk with questions on 25 Live, and it's important that you get a sense to help them. 25 Live has a public component to it, but also for all university faculty, staff, and students, they're also permitted to sign in to see even more information. They sign in at the upper right-hand portion of the screen. Students may sign in to 25 Live using their regular WCU password. They just don't put @WCUPA at the end. And then just their network password as well. When they sign in to 25 Live, they're able to see a lot more information on events and what's available. Here, I encourage you to play with the Search Events feature when students come for the desk to see what events are going on campus. An example could be the Friars, to see what events they have coming up on a certain day, if a student organization is interested in attending one of their events. You can search any department or any sort of keyword to find events. So career events might be an option to find any events that might be coming up. This organization lists them by date, but you can also click on the calendar tab if that's easier for you to read and get out information quickly. Also on the home screen, you can search locations for events. So if a student organization wants to see what's going on in the ballrooms that day, you can type in ballrooms to see anything that might be going on in the ballrooms on a certain date and time. If you need to change the date and time, you do so right using this calendar feature. Finally, you can search any organization event that might be going on under their title. So if you want to see what Sykes After Dark has coming up, you can search all events booked under Sykes After Dark by clicking on their name here and then seeing the calendar feature. So you can see on these dates there are Sykes After Dark events going on. You can change the date range, and you can even make it the whole semester if you want. I encourage you to see what might be going on by using searches. Searches are going to be really helpful for you as you find information quickly for students. You can use either event searches or location searches. And you can even do that piece without signing in. So if I sign out and go back to that main page, you see a list of public searches that might be going on. One of these public searches that's going to help you do your job is what's happening in Sykes today. This will be really helpful if a student comes to the desk, knows that they have to be here for an event, but can't remember what that event is actually titled. By clicking what's happening in Sykes today, you're able to see all events that are going on in the building just on today's date. You can change the date and also do tomorrow's date if you're interested. You can click on any of these saved locations on the public search to see everything that's going on in perhaps the ballrooms, 115, 10A, or Sykes Theater as you move forward. Learning this website is going to help you find information quickly for people coming to the desk really looking for events. Sometimes students or other clients will come to the desk or call the desk looking for information on SEPTA. To help them plan their trip and find out how to travel to WCU via public transportation, go to the SEPTA website, www.septa.org. Over here, there's a nice trip planner feature that allows them to type in where they're coming from and where they're going to. The Westchester University Sykes address is 110 West Rosedale Avenue in Westchester, PA. Say they're coming from Philadelphia. You could add just 69th Street Terminal and see the easiest way to go. From here, I'll click Plan My Trip. Here you go. You can select how you'll be traveling, all modes, and how much the fare will cost you. Here you go. It seems like there's a 10-minute walk, but there is a bus and then a walk that will take you from 69th Street Terminal right to High and Price Street, and then they will have to walk a minute and a half, or I'm sorry, they'll have to walk about 10 minutes to Sykes. And here it tells you exactly what bus. It's the 104 that travels from 69th Street Terminal to High and Price Street. Additionally, sometimes people will come to the desk looking for information for off-campus housing. We are Westchester University off-campus housing. Ann Callahan in our back office works with off-campus housing directly. We have two websites that you can help direct students to about off-campus housing. One is wcupa.edu/OCH for off-campus housing. This website will list a roommate finder. It will list information for living off campus. It will also list parking and transportation, and it will list ways to stay connected. From everything from student life to the off-campus and commuter association to information on Sykes and eating on campus for food. The other website that you can help direct students to who are looking specifically to find off-campus housing is a website called placesforstudents.edu. I'm sorry, placesforstudents.com. This is a national website, but you can certainly search just by Westchester University up here where it says search for school. On this website, students will be able to look for open apartments, to additionally look for rooms for rent in individual people's homes. They'll also be able to look for roommates. Here I'm going to show property listings for students. You must agree to these terms and conditions. And then here you can see a list of students, a list of apartments for students that are available now. If a student is perhaps looking to sublet or doesn't find an apartment that they like on this site, they can click over to the Student Sublet tab and see some additional rooms that are available in individual people's homes. Attached is a roommate finder on the next tab of students looking for a roommate to share the cost of an apartment. If you're not able to find something on here, then you may contact Ann Callahan in the back office and she can help you navigate. Additionally, this site will also allow landlords who wish to list a property. They may do so directly at this website, or they may call 1-800-866-766-0767 to list that rental. It is free for students to find an apartment, but there is a small cost for landlords to list an apartment on this website. The last piece that I want to go over with you today is how to use the WCUPA website. This is going to be a great resource for you as you go through and have to find information on your own at the information desk. This website is designed with a search bar right at the top that'll help you search for what you're looking for quickly. As you scroll down below the pictures, you'll see a list of campus announcements that will list all big events. It will also list some events over here, and you can then also click some videos, such as WCU Weekly is featured on the homepage. There's news, and then up here there are tabs that will help you navigate to what you need. If you're looking for departments, you can click and search a full list of departments, or you can search for departments, such as Sykes Union. The Sykes Union search will take you right to the student employment page, but you're also able to then navigate to the Sykes homepage. Learning your way around this website is going to be really helpful as you have to find information quickly for people who may call with questions that you won't have the immediate answer to. You may search faculty and staff up on this page by searching names. For example, I'll search myself as a faculty staff member here. The people are listed directly on the right-hand side of the screen with an extension and with their department listing. I encourage you, as you start your positions, to really get to know this website. It's going to help you as you have to find information quickly.